What's up, warriors? How are you guys doing? Today we're going to talk about, purpose. What's your purpose in life? I was talking to one of these, people that are motivational speakers, and he speaks to a lot of communities out there, and they're trying to push them to do better. They're trying to instill better beliefs, and he said that one of the issues that he was having with, he was running with it was, people didn't have a purpose. People didn't have like no goals. No, there was no meaning for them to, go after anything. They were just in disbelief. So he was asking me, oh, how do I do it with my coaching? How do I help people, break that limiting belief that they have within themselves? And I'm like, the thing about it is that, a lot of us, throughout, these years, a lot of this belief came from, not having the rite of passage. Our parents, they only did, so much. They only taught us what they, thought it was, good parenting, but a lot of them were busy. A lot of them were grinding. A lot of people, had both of their parents working, grinding. So you were pretty much alone, you were pretty much, you were left with no guidance. So what we did as we were growing up, we found, what was pretty much our people, which it was the streets. The street was the ones that were pretty much helping us get by. They accepted us, friends that were in the same boat. So we started creating little groups of individuals of just running the streets, growing up ruthlessly and, getting into trouble. And so that's what it all stems of, like people that didn't have like, the rite of passage or any kind of guidance to strive to become better. So the way I tell them is that, we got to break that limiting belief. We got to change those bad habits. We got to change that, all that shit that it's been, we've been ingrained, that we've been laced to do, which is pretty much self-destruction, just indulging a lot of pleasure. Just society has us fooled where like they want you to do less. They don't want you to become more. They don't want you to be powerful. They don't want powerful, meaning that, they just don't want you to take care of yourself health wise. So they have a lot of bad, a lot of bad food out there, fast food out there, tasty food out there that, obviously you just want more and more of it. How many people don't consume like way too many calories, way too much, too much pleasure seeking, too much food, and indulging in a lot of like just, a lot of just, fried food is what's out there pretty much. These fast food place, restaurants, these drive-throughs that we just go in and, then we just, we end up destroying ourselves. We end up creating a lot of health issues within ourselves. So what does that do? That makes you not want to strive for more. You don't feel good. You don't feel energy. You don't feel energetic. You don't feel confident. You just feel sluggish. All that shit, it just brings you down. All that shit is just like a drug, like an undercover drug, which people don't see that, they don't see that food is a vice. Food is destroying you. Food is the number one killer, more than alcohol, because people don't think that there's nothing wrong with it. They eat, and that's for different, and that comes from different cultures. I'm not just talking about, Hispanic people, I'm just talking in general. That thing, we're destroying ourselves in a manner that, it's just nobody needs to do nothing. You're doing it on your own. You have a choice. You're doing it on your own will. But, I'm here to tell you, and I'm here to, like I was talking to that person, that reached out to me, seeking for, any kind of tips, any advice that I could give them so they could help their people, their community, whatever they have going on. And, like I said, I go hard. You just got to tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. A lot of people, they just don't want no conflict. They don't want to deal with nobody. They don't want to say something that's going to hurt somebody's feeling, or they're going to feel a type of way, or they're going to get, they're just going to get a lot of, a lot of fight, a lot of fight back, a lot of talk back, or conflict, which is everybody's trying to avoid conflict. They don't want no problems. So you rather not say nothing. You rather just, tell them what they want to hear. So but that's not, that's not helping them. You're debilitating them. So what I tell them is that, nah, man, what is love? Love is telling them the truth. That's the love. People think that that's putting them down or shaming them or fat shaming, what people will call it, but not if you have the solution. If you have the solution to better them, health wise, mentally wise, spiritually, how are you putting them down? How are you making fun of them? How are you fat shaming them? Nah, you're trying to help somebody. Obviously, you can't speak about it if you're not being about it, and that's where everybody's, they're forgetting about that part. A lot of people that want to educate somebody or they want to tell somebody what to do, they don't have that area sewed up. They don't have that area covered. Of course, you don't feel like you should be talking. You don't feel like you should be speaking. Why? Because you have flaws as well. You have, issues in that department that you're trying to tell somebody that's not as bad as you to chill or to kick back or to, scale back or to go easy on that. You have no room to talk. That's why you feel like that, because, a lot they were telling me, like, you know what, a lot of times I want to tell this person this, I want to tell this person that, but I feel that, I'm failing in this department. I'm failing in that area of discipline. I'm failing in that area of, being in control, having that self-love, because you could only give as much love as you feel, as you could only show as much love as you're showing yourself, as you're giving yourself. And how do you determine that? You determine that by the way you carry yourself, by the way you look. That's why they call it the first impression. The first impression is if you well put together. If you come to a room and, people are going to point your flaws. People are going to see, okay, well, his weakness is diet. His weakness is, he can't control his eating. He's not disciplined enough. That's the first thing that, you pinpoint when somebody walks in a room full of individuals that are supposedly going to be motivators or supposedly going to tell people what to do. That's going to be, that's going to be their way out. That's going to be, them, having an excuse why not to listen to you, why they shouldn't be listening to you, because you don't have that area sewed up. You shouldn't be speaking about it. So that's where it all stems, that limiting belief that people have. Why do they feel like that? They feel like that because they know they're in it. They know they're not working on that area. They know that, a lot of them, they just don't know how to get there. They don't know how to, attack the root of the problem, which is going to be nutrition, feeling better, looking better, how you present yourself, how you pull up to a spot, how you pull up to a place that you got to talk to people, that you got to inspire people. You have to be well-rounded, and like I was telling this person, that's what we're trying to become. That's what we're trying to be. If we want to be leaders, we want to lead by example. We got to make sure we have those areas unlocked, or else they ain't going to listen. So that was the best advice that I could give them, man. But, hopefully, we're going to be working pretty soon together, where I'm going to be able to go and speak in, in some communities, about, health, telling them, simple meals that they could make, because everybody makes it like it seem like if it's expensive, like if it's too pricey for them to live a healthy life. I'm like, nah, man, you just not knowledgeable on what to do. You just don't know what to do. You just don't know how to, structure your meals correctly. People don't know, like, I have videos where, like I said, I was eating canned chicken and white rice and broccoli or green beans. That's the cheapest meal you could get there. Now, is it going to be tasty? Is it going to be delicious? Is it going to be fabulous? Absolutely not. But it's, you could make it happen. You're definitely going to see results. You're definitely going to feel better, because when you lose, 10, 20, 30 pounds, you start feeling better. That's by default, That's just by you eating healthy, and then putting in some hours of a structured workout routine throughout the week is game over. But people just don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. So they go do the same shit that everybody does. What's easiest, these crazy diets that you ain't gonna last, that you ain't gonna fucking, it's not your lifestyle. So you're gonna set yourself up for failure and gain all the way back if you even, lost any. If not, some people, they just half-ass it anyways. They just waste time and they don't get nowhere. So like I said, man, this video was like pretty much to let you guys know what's coming in the near future. But we just got to instill in others that, you know, there's better ways. But obviously, if you want to speak or you want to teach or you want to coach or you want to inspire or you want to motivate, you better make sure you're living it. You better make sure you look like, you know, that person that, you know, it's the one that's giving that command, you know, that discipline, that well-rounded individual, mentally, physically, spiritually, family, fitness, finance. We got a lot of work to do. So those are going to be the ones that take the spot. Those are going to be the ones that fucking level the playing field. Let's fucking run it, Warriors. Let's go.